Hello and welcome back to our weird podcast. Today we have Amy.
Hi.
And obviously Mika.
No, I'm not here. Sorry.
Mika, would you like to start the questions this time?
Would I like to start the questions? Obviously not, but sure.
Go for it, do it.
First question, Amy, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, surprisingly.
Alright, cool.
Silence.
Silence.
It's like I'm doing good, and then you're just like you're like a tumbleweed.
It's
Like a whistle.
No. I'm just gonna jump into this hat first then. What is your favorite console?
PS4.
Oh, that was a quick answer,
That's
because
a
I
good
know you
answer.
have multiple consoles, so...
With the Switch at a close second.
Fair enough. Is there any
But the Switch
particular
doesn't-
reason?
But the Switch doesn't have Resident Evil 3, so...
Ah.
Or Resident Evil 2 Remake.
There's the reason for picking the PS4 instantly.
I'm guessing that with the Switch, the main reason is because of Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Yeah, I
God.
thought
And
so.
Pokemon.
Pokemon,
Yeah, and Pokemon. Oh god, I've clocked about 300 hours
Oh jeez.
in Animal
God.
Crossing.
Oh
Something
god.
ridiculous.
Wow.
How even? It's been a long time since I've had 300 hours in a game.
It don't take me very long, especially if I really get into something.
Yeah, I can get behind that though.
Well, Mika, that's not completely true because you do play games, but you probably have longer playtimes because you're asleep for most of your game.
Let's not talk about Monster Hunter.
Just leave
I've
it on the
about-
pause screen.
I have about 1,000 hours in that game, and probably 500 of them are me sleeping through the ambient music.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Alright. Well, let's see, what other questions should we ask next? I'm picking these very carefully, okay? Because I want to save some for the last, but I don't want to save the same kind of question twice in a row.
That's fair
So,
enough.
Amy, this is a controversial one for you, and I think for a lot of fans of the series, but what is your opinion on the rumored Resident Evil 4 remake? Especially with Resident Evil having a trailer now.
Oh, I do not think that the Resident Evil 4 remake needs to exist in any capacity.
Ooh, that's interesting.
As someone who's played every single version, well, near enough every single version of Resident Evil 4, something like the GameCube, the Wii version, PS2, PS3, PS4, PC version, but it ran awfully, but I still did it. It does not need a remake, like, at all. It's probably one of the only Resident Evil games that have aged well from like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
That and obviously the Resident Evil 1 remake.
Mm.
But I think it's too soon for a Resident Evil 4 remake. The controls still stand up.
Yeah, and
And-
especially because it's like in newer generations as well.
Yeah, I mean, some of the textures are a little bit, but that just gives it a little bit of charm, like what I feel anyway.
Yeah.
But I
bit
don't-
of a
I-
vintage feel.
I remember when I finished my Resident Evil 3 series, when I went through the credits, I said, I swear to God, if the next thing out of Capcom's mouth is a Resident Evil 4 remake, I'm going to be upset. Literally 4 days after I'd streamed that, I was just about to upload the last episode when they announced the rumours. I was like, I need to keep my mouth shut.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh God, why?
But do you see Resident Evil 4 remake or Resident Evil 8 Village coming out first though? Since Village is now a trailer.
Yes. That looks amazing.
I didn't even
Just
think
gonna
it
put
looked
that out
like
there.
Resident Evil when I saw it. I didn't
I
even
saw-
realise it was.
It
I
took
think-
me a while.
We were both watching it at the same time, I think, and we just texted like, what the hell? That looks like Resident Evil engine.
Yeah, I was sat watching it, going, that looks like the RE engine.
Mm.
That looks like the RE engine because it looks exactly the same as like Resident Evil 7. And then as soon as I saw Chris, I was like, Yes.
But then you saw Chris, I just saw Village, and I was like, okay, Village.
Because
And
I
then
know.
I realized VIII. It's like, hold on.
The thing is, I knew that the subtitle was Village because it was part of like the rumors that were going around a while ago. So I kind of expected that. Just seeing Chris, though, I was like, oh, even though he sounds like Carlos would, but
Oh yeah.
that's weird. I honestly thought I was going insane at that point.
I know. I got angry text like, check this now. Tell me that sounds like Carlos.
I was like, you've done this. Like, you've played the game. You know what he sounds like. Please tell me I'm not going insane.
Oh, he definitely sounds like Carlos. And that was just a conspiracy if it's the same person or that they picked a bad voice actor again. Like,
either that, you've never seen Chris and Carlos. You've never seen them both in the same room together. You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, conspiracy. Same person.
Calling it now.
Or it could
Chris
be
and
like
Carlos.
it could be like, you know, Voldemort, where one side of his face is Chris and the other side of his face is Carlos.
That would basically just be like one side of his head is like slicked back and the other's just like really poofy.
Yeah, it'd
like-
work.
It's like that French singer at that in one of his video clips, where one side of him was woman and the other side was man.
Yeah, but very different.
Yeah.
But with a character I like and a character I'm not that fond of.
Yep.
Mika should be able to guess which is which.
Oh, she absolutely hates Carlos. Oh.
How dare you?
Oh no.
He's my baby.
Alright.
Well.
I should actually cross these off if I've done them.
Yeah,
Hold
that would
on.
help. That would really help.
Let me put checklist markers in front of them real quick. We have done that one. We have done that one. We have done that one. I've done 3 already. I'm on a roll. Alright, I'll save that one for last. Alright, Amy, tell me, what game publisher do you like most? And don't say Capcom.
Oh, why did you say that?
No, you're allowed to say Capcom.
Yeah, you're allowed to say Capcom,
Come
but you gotta
on.
name another one, because Capcom's too easy.
Well, obviously, yeah, Capcom, because I've played a lot of their games, like Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, the Okami games, just a lot of Capcom. If I had to go with anyone else, it would probably be Bethesda.
Nice.
Alright.
For like, I love the Fallout series, but not Fallout 76. We don't need to go into details about Fallout 76.
Let's not talk about me buying a special edition and then seeing it on sale a week later.
Yeah, you're a bit of an idiot. Anyway. But yeah, I've probably clocked 500 plus hours on Fallout 4, probably the same amount on Fallout 3. Don't even want to think about how much I've clocked up on Skyrim.
That's true.
I've played a lot of hours. Plus, like, I like all like the glitches and stuff you can find in like Bethesda games.
Oh
Yes.
Like the trolls in Skyrim being able to like launch you into air. Horses being able to go up vertical walls and like just perfection. It's great.
It's like buy Skyrim, you get Kerbal Space Program for free.
Yeah. You don't need rockets to go into space.
Yeah.
Just need a troll.
A big man with a giant stick.
It's environmentally friendly space launch.
Yeah.
So, did you see the new game Bethesda are doing for PS5?
Yes, it was the what's it
I
called?
can't remember its name,
Death
but
Shot.
it looks really
Deathloop.
good.
Yeah, I think it was Deathloop.
Deathloop
Yes,
is
that's
one,
the one.
Looks good.
And then there's another one. Bethesda had 2 on there.
They did. I wrote them all
Yeah,
down.
but none of them were
Not for them.
made by him or by them, but they are
No,
published
they're,
by them.
Yeah, it's their third party, isn't it?
Yeah, Arcane
going
Studios is doing one, which is Deathloop.
That Deathloop looks good. I remember looking at it going, because I saw Bethesda logo and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, because it looks a bit like it's like an Apex / Assassin's Creed / Bioshock kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I
like,
feel like it's a bit more Dishonored.
and that too. Yeah,
Dishonored.
which obviously is made by Arcane Studios as well.
It did look really interesting, I gotta say. For someone who doesn't like things like that as much, for me, it kind of stood out. I was like, oh, this looks interesting. This looks kind of fun. If that had a multiplayer, that would be pretty fun.
Yes.
And frustrating.
Oh yeah.
You're having to, like, you could just get 2 players going head to head, because obviously you're trying to kill another person, aren't you?
Yeah.
And, like, it'd be fun if they just had, like, a multiplayer thing where it was 2 people trying to kill each other, but every time someone dies, it
Oh my
reset.
Oh yeah.
And it just carries on until someone rage quits or something like that.
Oh god.
An unending match
Never
until
ending.
someone's internet dies, or the person itself dies.
Or someone's ping goes below, like, 100 or something.
Oh.
There's always
God.
one person.
That would be great to see.
Okay.
Alright.
You got any more?
Yeah, talking about the Bethesda game releases and stuff and trailers we've seen, what games coming out are you most excited for?
Ooh. Well, there's been leaks for a new Crash Bandicoot game.
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
It looks good.
Yes.
Like, I never got round to playing Crash Team Racing, the Nitro Fueled.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I got a little bit annoyed at Activision
Oh yeah, fair
for
enough.
adding the microtransactions in, like, a few weeks after release. That just seemed so slimy.
Yeah,
like-
it is.
You release the game without any microtransactions, everyone gives it positive reviews, and then just slide in microtransactions 2 weeks later.
It's like
All companies are into that, aren't they? Just kind of
Yeah.
getting the money.
I
And
think
it's wrong.
Capcom-
It is wrong.
I think Capcom does it the right way, where it's just like, here are some items purely cosmetic that can help you look better, but don't have any influence on the game whatsoever.
Yeah. But yeah, so I never actually got around to playing Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. But I have played. I've not played them on my console, but I've played them on a friend's console. The Insane Trilogy. I do have the
Oh
game.
yeah.
Oh,
I just-
yeah.
It's a very big file, and I need more storage space.
Oh yeah, we can all relate to that.
Oh, yes.
So I managed to play through most of the first one, but I've played like the second and third one on my friend's console, and the game is just so good. So when I saw that there was potential next new Crash Bandicoot game, I was like, oh my god, this looks cool. And then I saw the leaked images like probably an hour ago, and I was like, this looks good. Like the cell shading looks nice, and just the like backgrounds, and oh, I love it, can't wait for that.
Yeah. Is there any other ones, according to, for instance, the PS5 release that we've seen, with some great launch titles, which have absolute potential for getting a special edition of the PlayStation itself?
I'm looking at like one of the smaller games that was on the PlayStation 5 reveal that I kind of like was Stray.
Oh, with the cat, yes.
Yeah,
I'm
that one looks
interested
so
in that one.
interesting. If it's
Yeah.
basically a game where you can just walk around as a cat.
Oh yes,
I've heard
please.
you can like solve mysteries and stuff like that. That'd be
You
cool.
sold me already at walking around as a cat.
I'm thinking to myself, is there going to be a multiplayer like aspect to it where you can like
Oh my
get
god.
and
Meet
then
up with
walk-
other cats.
yeah, like
Yes.
walk around with other cats, like and solve mysteries together, like more like a co-op than a multiplayer.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that looked interesting. I remember looking at it going, it's just a cat.
Yeah, what's
And I'm-
so special about this cat?
And then it just came up with Stray, and then it just sort of clicked in my head. I'm like, you get to play as the cat.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? Where are the characters? What is this? And then
And if it's
cat.
open world as well.
And it has a backpack.
Yeah, the cat's wearing a little backpack. I was like, oh my god.
So
Can you
fucking
imagine if
adorable.
it was customizable so you could have like hats and stuff?
Oh, I'd have a
Like,
cat with
oh.
a cowboy hat.
like
See-
Rocket League items, but for cats.
Oh
Pigeon
my-
topper.
You get
Disco ball cat.
cat wearing a pigeon topper. That's a great
Oh
image.
god.
Just put 6 cats in the
A cat
middle
with
of
like a floating
square.
cromulon head above it.
Mika, in case you decide that you're gonna edit this, you should so get a picture of a cat dressed up now and just insert right here.
Oh, trust me. Oh, trust me.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Oh,
How many
yes,
questions
please.
you got left, Mika?
I have one normal question left.
Normal. Okay.
Oh.
And then I still have the quick fires.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Alright. Well, my final question, obviously, we've discussed about consoles, which one we like more and stuff. So I'll just keep this on trophies. How do you see trophies from your point of view?
I don't know. It all depends on the game, really, because I've never been sort of one to collect trophies. They're a nice little pop-up every once in a while when you do something exciting in game. But I've never sort of strived to like platinum a game. The only game I've platinumed was Resident Evil 3,
Oh, damn.
and that was because I just got so into playing that, like just doing run after run after run,
Yeah.
and it just all accumulated, and I then got the platinum. But I've never platinumed any other games. I've come close.
Alright.
I think the only other game I've got all the trophies on is Resident Evil 4, but that doesn't have a platinum trophy.
Oh, really?
Ah.
Yeah,
PS3 games were funny with trophies sometimes.
yeah.
A lot of them were.
But when they brought out Resident Evil 4 for the PS4, they didn't update it, so it's still not got a platinum trophy.
Oh, wow.
But like,
Oh.
I like
Now
them as like a little pop-up, but not as I don't strive to
Yeah.
do
Especially-
all of them. It's just too much fuss. I just want to sit and enjoy a game and not
Yeah.
go
I
to
feel
the
like-
extent I did with Resident Evil 3.
I feel like on the one hand they're too easy, and on the other hand they're too difficult, because
Yeah,
nowadays you get basically a bronze or silver trophy for just starting up the game. And
Yeah,
then at
you
the
get
end
like a
you're stuck
trophy
on
for
one
like
trophy.
hitting one button, like your menu button. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've accomplished anything here. I've literally just pressed a button.
It's like press start. Here's a platinum trophy.
It essentially feels like that sometimes. At least in like some games, you get trophies at the end of like every sort of like gameplay chapter.
Yeah.
I can understand that, and then having like certain trophies for completing certain goals in game, not for
Yeah.
you've booted up the game, great, and you sit on the main menu and get a trophy these days.
The ones that get me the most is ones where it's like sit in the menu for like 5 minutes. What the? Why?
I'm pretty
Why
sure
is that a
that's
thing?
I'm pretty sure that was an old Dead Rising achievement.
Yeah,
at
I
one
think it
point,
was.
because
Oh,
you can
yeah.
get in like all 4 main series games. If you wait on the title screen, you get like a little extra added like cutscene.
Yeah.
So yes, I've done that on all 4 games.